Good afternoon, Conference, and good afternoon, Chair. I'm Sarah Williams, and I'm speaking on behalf of the Socialist Education Association to move Composite 10 on grammar schools. Conference, it seems a fitting way to begin by taking this opportunity to pay tribute to Ken Purchase, who sadly passed away last month. He was instrumental in setting up the parliamentary branch of the Socialist Education Association, an MP for Wolverhampton North East until his retirement in 2000. Ken was a fierce opponent of selective education. Conference, Theresa May and Justine Greening have announced plans to massively expand the number of grammar and other selective schools across England. They want to allow existing grammar schools to expand, allow multi-academy trusts and other groups to open new selective free schools, and allow existing non-selective schools to become selective. And although they would never say so publicly, they have de facto announced plans to massively expand the number of secondary modern schools across England. We will not only see the return of the 11+ and more high-stake testing for our very young primary school children, but additionally schools will now be selecting at 14 and 16. Experts are entirely united in opposing this policy. The OECD Education Division, the Education Policy Institute, Education Data Lab, the Fair Education Alliance, the Vice-Chancellor of Oxford University, and even Ofsted, Sir Michael Wilshaw, have slammed these divisive proposals. And why? Are they against success? Are they against social mobility? No, they are not. They are opposed to selective schools because all the evidence shows that children educated at grammar schools do no better than they would have done had they gone to a comprehensive. But those children in selective areas who do not pass the test do much worse academically than they would have done in an inclusive, comprehensive school. We started phasing out grammar schools in the 1960s as parents became increasingly upset when their children failed the test, leaving them scarred for life, feeling second class and second rate. What parent wants that for their child? And if we don't want it for our own children, why would we want it for other people's children? Conference, look at Kent, one of the country's few remaining grammar school areas, where children from low-income families get significantly worse examination results than in any other county in England. Grammar schools have on average 3% of children on free school meals compared to 18% nationally. They are stuffed with the children of those who can afford the years of tutoring necessary to pass the test. They have very, very few, if any, children with special educational needs and disabilities, but disgracefully, the government's Green Paper has absolutely not one word, nothing at all to say about these children or the future they might expect from a selective education system. Kent and other selective areas let down thousands of children every year, and they've done it now for 50 years. This has to stop. Because, Conference, poor children don't need a grammar school place. What they need is to stop being poor. 4 million children are living in poverty. That's 9 in every class of 30 children. And disgracefully, 2/3 of those children are from working families. We need a government committed to ending child poverty and the scourge of low pay. That means we need a Labour government. People have speculated as to why Theresa May has made this pernicious decision. Perhaps it's because it covers up the real crisis that is happening in our schools under the Tories. A crisis of teacher recruitment and retention. A crisis of funding with massive real-term cuts to school budgets and not enough places. A crisis that sees free schools opening in the wrong areas. A crisis where academy chains rip off taxpayers and the children in their schools by turning their backs on the children who are most in need because academy chains won't risk their brand with a poor set of results. Yet despite this crisis, Theresa May is lavishing £50 million of our money on persuading existing grammar schools to expand. But by opening the floodgates to a new generation of grammar schools, the government is backing itself into yet another unnecessary and unwanted school reorganisation in England that will cost billions. While schools can't afford to keep teachers and teaching assistants or provide essential resources, It seems money is no object when it comes to carrying through a cynical policy to distract us and to appease the right wing of her own party. Conference, let me end by saying this. Had Ken Purchase been here today, he would be up on this rostrum urging you to support this motion and to fight for the high-quality, comprehensive and inclusive education all our children deserve. Conference, I move.
Thank you, Delegate.